Okay, like how I'm recording right now, I'm recording the stars. I was outside of my work and I was recording a star and I had somebody, he said, "Hey, why are you filming my satellites?" I said, "Your satellites?" I said, "Why am I catching images from humans and animals from these quote unquote satellites?" And I showed him all my images that I've captured from the sky, right? Oh, and he said, "Oh, well, my family owns a ranch." And I said, "Really? Are you guys ranching humans?" Odd, huh? And come to find out, 3 weeks later, he's the son of a halfway house that happens to be ranch something. So I'm sitting here going, I asked him, was he ranching humans? Because I think that they are ranching humans. Okay, big pharma, you know. And you know what? Sure enough, the halfway house that he's the son of the owner told on himself. And again, it's all on record. It's on my videos that went in there. So I'd like to know what the fuck is really going on in California, because it seems to me that we're being raped in the ass here with no fucking lube. Okay? No fucking lube, because we're paying fucking the highest fucking, we might as well be in New York. I'm sure this is happening in New York too. Okay? But we're being raped in the fucking ass here with no goddamn lube. Okay? And then we have to fucking live in a goddamn prison with all these fucking drones that's all across here. We're required to have health insurance. It's the law. And if you don't, they make you pay a fine. But yet none or nothing that they are doing is being for preventative measures, because again, they never caught, my grandma paid millions for cancer and she still died from cancer. So why is it that we are having to pay all this money for health insurance and we are paying millions, okay? And you still die. So if I purchase a phone from the store and it's broken, it doesn't work, I don't like it, I'm going to take it back. I got a receipt. Every single business that's in business is required to do a return. Okay? So how come it's not happening that way with Big Pharma? Okay? So I think what's happening here is because of a lot of our childhood trauma in the United States happens as children. Okay? Because that's what the United States does. You know, most of us want our childhood back. Okay? And we were raped, we were molested, we were beat, we were trafficked, just not just me, thousands of kids, okay? Because there's thousands of kids that are trafficked through California, and California is doing all this, okay? And then we have to go to healthcare and therapy and all this stuff and all this bullshit, milk, just like Disney. You know, let's create a mental illness. Let's fucking beat them. Let's abuse them. Let's molest. Let's do all that. And then let's send them and milk up their insurance. Get their insurance. Let's milk and never fucking fix them. We'll always say that they're broken. We'll always say that they're crazy. Okay? Just how they did with the Freddy Cougar kids. And none of the Freddy Cougar kids were lying. None of the Freddy Cougar kids, none of them were crazy. They were all telling the truth. They were all being molested. They were all being raped. Okay? But all the fucking doctors and pharmacists, they're crazy. They're kooks. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's exactly what's going on here in the United States. They're milking the fuck out of our health insurance. And then they're saying, get a job when you get older, so that you can see all that money that they milked from you. Now you gotta work and get your own fucking money back. Do you see how this government's operating? This is why all the damage is happening to children at young ages, okay? So that you can work and earn back your own fucking money. Your own fucking money from what they did. They're the ones that send Freddy Cougar out. They're the ones that put the drugs on the street. All these fucking drug busts that they got, that's just their shipment that they're bringing into headquarters, okay? So for all these people that are stupid, okay, if I'm a drug dealer and I'm the government, of course I'm going to have the news there to cover my ass. Why wouldn't I? Just in case there's a witness to bring in my motherfucking shit. Do you see how, you see? That's how stupid everybody is. Don't understand, look at, they're catching the drug. Really? How come once it goes into headquarters, it goes straight out to the streets, guys? That's what the fuck's going on here. In El Cajon, San Diego, California, United States. Okay? It's the black market for drugs. They're the ones putting it on the streets. Okay? And And then they're like, oh, well, guess what? The number one killer in the United States is opioids. Prescription opioids. Prescription. That's the number one killer. So I would like to know why our war on drugs is on illegal drugs and how come it's not on Big Pharma. This war on drugs that we've been fighting for all this time should be on Big Pharma, because it's Big Pharma that is the number one killer in the United States, which means they're putting too much out there on the streets that is being able to be sold or transferred to other people's hands that it doesn't belong into. Okay? So again, without them doing all this, they wouldn't be able to have businesses. They wouldn't be able to have drug rehabs. All this stuff is operated through the court system too, by the way. So you see how this little game this little shenanigans is working here in the United States? They send DARE out to your classes, kids. They get you all pumped up. Don't do drugs, kids. And all this stuff. And next thing for you know, all the DARE kids are doing drugs. They're all on cops with their DARE shirts. Okay, and then, boom, they're on cops, they're being arrested, they go to the court. Oh, now we got our next batch of crash. Now you're court ordered to go to crash, you're court ordered to go to DUI, you're court ordered to, how come you're not in the rich people's neighborhoods and only in our neighborhoods doing this? You see? It's only our neighborhoods that they're fucking. We're the only ones that if you go to the rich people's neighborhoods, they don't have liquor stores on every fucking corner. They don't have fucking all this bullshit that we have here. They're fucking us right here. And every time a liquor shipment comes into my job, guess what I have to sign? A government file. So one file goes for our supply, one file goes for the business vendor that we bought it from, and another file goes straight to the government. The government needs to have record of what liquor is being. Why would the government need a government file for alcohol? Huh. Look at that. You see that? You see that way up there? Like they're trying to be real slick. You see them? You see them? You see it flickering? There it goes. There it goes. See that? Look at that. It's like an orb of light that goes through the sky like magic. Just like magic. And I know they're on all my shit. They go on all my, I can care less. The government been on my shit for quite some time. I can care less. I'm always speak how I'm going to speak because I'm speaking facts. If you don't like it, fix it. Because the reality is, all this bullshit that's going on here, if you molest a child, they're like, oh, it's okay, don't worry. We're going to give you housing. We're going to give you insurance. We're going to take care of you. And the taxpayers are going to take care of you because, we don't care about the victim. We care about you. Okay? Because that's the way, this operation's going here in the United States. It's fuck everybody else. Okay? And then, if you do a crime here, you pay with your time. That's the way United States is. You do a crime, you pay with your time, right? Is the victim getting your time? Because the last time I checked, it's not the victim, it's the government. So, why the fuck is the government the middleman to get the fucking time? This is a big military operation that's happening on American people, and Americans are stupid to see that it's fucking going on. It's a military operation that it's happening to its own fucking people. We're being fucking military experimented on our own fucking people here because they don't fucking give a fuck. They don't give a fuck because if you notice when supposedly everybody went to war, if they even did go to war, I'm not sure if they did, but if they did go to war, why is it that the elder ones, the ones that were ready to die, sent all the ones that were not ready to die to die? Huh. Maybe so that they can use their time? Gee. Well, let me see how this is working. Like a mirror, isn't it? And it's crazy because we're here in the United States and we write from right to left. And the people that flew the planes into the Twin Towers during 9/11, they come from a place that they write from left to right. So they mirror image what we are doing here in the United States. So my question is there a military operation going on with other people across the world and what's going on here in America? Because I don't understand why we as taxpayers are having to pay for all this, because we're the ones paying for all this crime to happen. Because if they don't have crime, they're not going to be making money, and then it's not going to look like they're doing their job, and then what are they getting their paychecks for? You see how the scam artists are working? But if I did that, I'm a criminal. I'm a thug. I'm a fraud. Okay? And they'll put me in jail. But as long as they do it because the government says, you know what I'm saying? Because they say they can do it, you know? And then you get Karens. You get a whole bunch of Karens that want to be in everybody's fucking business, you know, and all this stuff. And we're sitting here living in a world with all this fakeness, and you're surrounded with a shit ton of fake people. People say they're real, but the reality of what the fuck is going on here, it's so sick that it's ridiculous. And not only that, it doesn't matter if you fight for something here in the United States. You can fight. You're wasting all your breath, your air, your every goddamn thing, okay? Because the reality of it is it doesn't matter. If it's your belief, if it's your religion, it doesn't matter. We have so many people here from all across the world that apparently you're allowed to fuck cousins in other countries and have kids that are mental disabilities and handicap and all this stuff, and the taxpayers will pay for it because, you know, this is what this government does. And apparently they can have 8 wives where they're from too. And they can, and, you know, we're only allowed to have 1 here in the United States, but they can have 8. And as long as and obviously the government can't say they don't know anything about it because they bring the husband and all 8 wives here. So they cannot say that they don't know anything about it, and the taxpayers also have to pay for all that. Because I've been in line, I don't know how many times, and have seen one man pull out about 10 EBT cards. And I'd like to know why the fuck the taxpayers is paying for this shit. Clearly, they know that they are married to 10 different wives. So why the fuck is it I that have to pay for one man and 10 different wives? And I can only have one fucking husband. This country has got shit ass backwards. Majorly. This country has got shit. Any American that's here is fucked. So basically, if you're, and I'm not an American because I'm native, so I'm a whole nother ball fucking field. Okay? But all these fucking Americans here, they're so fucking stupid that they're slaves. That's how stupid they are. That's what the fuck's going on here in the United States. Because it doesn't fucking make sense that I gotta go see a doctor and I got somebody else from all the way across the world. I gotta go to the store, somebody else from all the way owns it. What the fuck does any person here that's from here owns? Because I can't go anywhere else in the world and buy something. I cannot go to Mexico and buy land because I'm not Mexican, okay? I cannot go to another part of the world and buy land because I am not their culture, okay? But people can come here and they can buy our stuff. But I don't understand, because if they're here as refugees, and I'd like to know this, if they're here as refugees, as our country is telling everybody, okay? Then why the fuck do they travel back and forth to their native land? They have homes in their land where they're from. I have people here that own land in Mexico, own houses in Mexico, and are here on Section 8. So why the fuck are we paying for your rent and you own homes in another country? That's what the fuck, I don't understand. And if you're a refugee, why the fuck are you going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? So obviously you're not scared to be, I don't get it. What's going on here? Can somebody explain to me what's going on? Because I don't get why I have to pay for somebody else's rent as a taxpayer, and they own property in other parts of the world. I can't go to other parts of the world and own shit. You see how this is, it's fucking Americans. And then we have all these Americans that are sleeping on the streets, homeless, that don't have nothing in no parts of the world, okay? No parts of the fucking world. They don't have shit, okay? And they don't even have a home where they're from, which is here. Because this country has given it to everybody else, okay? Even though they have homes in other parts of the world. Now, how does this make sense? This doesn't make any sense that everybody here is fucking suffering that's from here, and it fucking makes no goddamn sense. None fucking whatsoever. It's not right. I'm not sitting there and having somebody brag in my motherfucking face. You own a house. Oh, you own a house and land in Mexico and all this shit, but then I'm paying your rent. As a taxpayer, I'm paying your rent because you're on Section 8. I'm paying your food bill because you're on welfare. Does that make any logical sense to people that are working their fucking ass off? Because it doesn't make sense to me. That's called slavery, because I'm paying for other people's things and they have nothing to do with me. All this whole we're connected, we're one, and wah, wah, wah. Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. Because from what I see, what's going on here in San Diego, in California, in the United States, I see that America is fucking its own people with no lube, okay? No fucking, they're fucking him in the ass with no goddamn lube, okay? And just saying, fuck you. Because the wildlife, as far as I'm concerned, that's here is the homeless people. And and let me tell you something, they absolutely are behaving in animals' nature. Now, why would they behaving? Because you want to know why? They are in lower dimensions. 4th of July, they got little 3D glasses that kids can buy. But we're already in a 3-dimensional world. So wouldn't a child see in 3 dimension already, too? Like us? Oh, no, they don't, because they're a dog, they're a cat, they're pets. That's what's going on in America. They don't want people to know. And then they got all these fucking machines that are all these damn corporations here, and they're like, oh, you need to turn, we had a heat wave last summer, and we have to turn down all of our electricity because we're overblowing the electrical grid. Okay, so how come none of the corporations are turning off any of their machines? How come the corporations, do you see the amount of waste that the corporation, and I know for a fact, very wasteful, because where I work at is one of them is a corporation, okay? And they come in and change 13 light bulbs that are about 3 feet long, each one, 13 of them in the back of the store. They made it bright like a sun, okay? 13 fucking light bulbs in the back of the store, which is a little tiny section, by the way. It maybe only 2, okay? 13 fucking light bulbs. The back of the store is brighter than the front of the store, and the front of the store is where thousands of customers come in. Now, does this make any logical sense? Nobody's sitting in the back of the store at all. Absolutely. Maybe we have somebody that goes back there, do paperwork back there for an hour. That's it. 13 3-foot light bulbs, 13 of them in the back of a store, okay? Because they don't want somebody to fall, but yet in the front of the store, you can't see because there's like fucking light bulbs that are out and everything, and fucking even the customers are like, why is it so bright? And they stay on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay? Makes no sense. And all of our fucking machines, by the way, are all Wi-Fi capable. Wi-Fi fucking capable. You have Wi-Fi capable cappuccino machines, Wi-Fi capable food machine for hot foods. Now, who the fuck is accessing Wi-Fi on your dishwasher? Who the fuck is accessing Wi-Fi on your refrigerator? Who the fuck is accessing Wi-Fi on your washer and dryer? You don't need to be worried about being born with a fucking chip. You're Wi-Fi capable. They can fucking track your ass. Okay? You're being born with a fucking chip. Welcome to the United States and the property system of the United States. That's the sick system that's going on here in the United States. People need to wake the fuck up and see what the fuck is really going on, because hey, if your washer and dryer is Wi-Fi capable, who the fuck is accessing your goddamn Wi-Fi on that washer and dryer? And last time I checked, we had Maytag that showed you it was a man and a man washing and drying. You see that? And in the United States, if you're born a man, you are born as property under the United States Constitution. Not only that, under the United States Constitution, under the definition of an animal, it states man. Okay? So the United States is operating a fucking slave trade, and that's due to the Vatican, by the way. The Vatican. So even though if that's not your beliefs, they force it in their law. Do you understand? So you see the loopholes for the slave trade that's going on here? Because that's what the fuck's going on. It's a loophole. Because the Vatican says so. You know, the one that touches and fucking rapes little boys? Yeah, the Vatican. The Pope? Yeah. Yeah, because the fucking Pope says so. That's part of the United States Constitution. So all these people that are like, I don't know if I'm a girl, I don't know if I'm a guy, they really, because, you know, ignorance is no excuse of the law. Okay? And when I say ignorance is no excuse of the law, there's a law library in every downtown central station in any state any major city in the United States. So it's a free law library, okay? And if you can do your own homework, okay? If you go down there and do your own homework, you can find out what the law is, okay? And the law states that if you are a man, you are born as property under the United States Constitution. So all these people that don't know what the fuck they are, or what the fuck is this or that, or this or that, this or that, okay? You need to be finding out what the fuck the law is, okay? And the reason why the law is like that, and that's another thing, they're having you guys sign up, okay? Sign up. Oh, we care about your feelings. Go ahead and tell us how you feel. Okay, it's a legal disability under the United States Constitution also. So how come you guys aren't fighting that you're normal? Because you're normal, right? If you're normal, if that's normal, why would you not be fighting that it's under the United States Disability Act? Why do I, as a taxpayer, have to pay because you choose to do this to yourself? Why should I pay it? I shouldn't have to pay that. That's not my problem because that's a choice you're making on your own. Wake up, people. Wake up. Because if it's natural and if it's just the way it is and all this stuff, you need to correct the way the United States has it written under their law. Because first of all, I should not be. So you're signing yourself up to be a disabled person. And last time I checked, it's called the slaughterhouse. Okay, so that's what they do with disabled halfway houses and kook houses. And, you know, that's why the guy told me in my parking lot, why am I filming his satellites? Because his family owns a ranch. Oh, a ranch of fucking crazy people. Okay, so they're only crazy because of what the United States is doing to them. See, they don't actually physically have to touch your body to harm you. Because, see, Big Pharma has your DNA. You see? And they can make you a cow, a chicken, whatever the fuck they want to make you. So I don't understand why the United States thinks that they can pick on another state and say you can't eat, you know, bats or whatever. But they say they can have chickens, cows, pigs, whatever animals they decide to slaughter here, because that's what it is, outright slaughter. I'm not even going to go. No, matter of fact, I will go into that topic. I'm going in 22. Let me restart this. I'll restart this and I'll go right back into it.